Hi Navya.
Hello, sir.
Once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, after securing an All India rank 38 in AILET, now you have come up with All India rank 6 in CLAT.
Yes, sir.
So, you must be feeling wonderful securing,
Definitely, sir.
being in the top 50, and in fact, a single digit rank holder in CLAT makes us feel proud of you. You
Thank
must
you,
be
sir.
proud of yourself.
Yes, sir.
So, now tell me, how is the feeling?
Sir, it feels definitely quite good, but actually I felt that after CLAT कि ये खत्म हो गया था, तो अब to recollect कि वो ये भी दिया था, I felt कि after CLAT कि at least exams लिख दिए, I will get a college and I will be happy. And now to get such a good rank, definitely feels very good.
Now, you probably are in state of ambiguity because you have the top college through CLAT, that is NLS Bangalore, in your hand. At the same time, NLU Delhi, which is through
Yes,
AILET.
sir.
So, अब क्या सोचा है?
सर अभी एडवाइस लेने का सोचा है. First, we will take advice from everyone because which college you go to is of course very important, and my family is also not in law. No one is pursuing law or has pursued law. We don't have any lawyers, so we have to ask lawyers, judges now, and our teachers also कि करना क्या है. But I know NLS is the best, तो best की तरफ थोड़ा सा तो inclined होना पड़ता है.
Chali, great. You prepared for your boards as well. You are in 12th,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So, how did you manage your studies, maintain a balance between your boards preparation and CLAT?
So, what I did is I knew 12th is very important, and now I've again started my 12th studies. But what I did first till September, अच्छे से 12th का पढ़ लिया, side में CLAT का भी अच्छे से पढ़ लिया. I gave half time, and from 1st October onwards, I did not touch my NCERT books. I knew कि if I crack CLAT, I will get a good college. This is what I want to do. So I left my NCERT books and I just focused on CLAT and AILET also. And उसके बाद now I am again starting NCERT again. But September तक most schools I will say will finish more than 80% of the syllabus. So if you have done till then, you can cover the rest 20% in January, February हो जाएगा. फिर board देंगे. उसमें भी अच्छे marks ले आएंगे.
Chalo, that is something which is very, very motivating for the students, who are in 12th and they are thinking of appearing for CLAT and AILET next year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this time when we talk about the CLAT paper, there was a common feedback from almost all the students that GK section was quite tough, tricky. In fact, they cannot expect those passages and topics in CLAT.
Definitely, sir.
At the same time, and QT was tough as well. But you scored 109.25. How did you manage the score? What was your strategy in preparation for GK?
So in preparation for GK, my strategy might not have been preferred by everyone. My strategy was as many sources as possible. Every day I read the newspaper. I asked my father and my grandfather, because they are very knowledgeable in GK, to get as much information as possible on what they think is relevant. And because of them, I have earned 4 marks at least in my GK section. The links that they have sent me, from that I got 4 marks because I remember their link and I remember circling that question. So yes, ask for help. Maybe you would not know the best sources also. If they are older than you, then they know their GK also. So my father is also, he has very good GK. So he was the one also advising me alongside with my teachers. But definitely I would say as many sources as possible definitely did help me.
Great. Critical reasoning is one section wherein the students normally fear of, because initially the students do not score in this section. What did you do for your critical reasoning?
So I have had very bad scores in critical reasoning. In the starting, my scores were as bad as below 10 also sometimes.
Oh.
So, but this time in CLAT, I got above 26.
That is great.
From 6 to 26, it's 20 mark jump, only because I followed your advice actually in the last 2 months. So I had told me that you attempt the mocks that you have attempted, look at the critical reasoning section. Each paragraph you give 5 minutes and attempt each question. After you've attempted the question, you see whether the right answer, you read the explanation to see whether your reasoning was correct, and then you follow through with that in your next mock as well. So I attempted about 14 mocks like that, and I practiced my mocks like that, and I think that really increased my scores.
That's great. That's great. So this is something which has to be taken away for the students who are appearing for CLAT and AILET next year. Okay, what is the role of newspaper? The editorial pages especially.
Very big, sir. Very big role. I did Indian Express, and I didn't just read the editorial. I read the first page. I read world news, their explanation part, their editorial, their opinion piece. I read everything in the newspaper because it is all important. And seeing how CLAT had an entire section on sports this time, FIFA, which was there in the Indian Express. I think next year students should also keep that in mind. Newspaper is very important.
Navya, you used to score quite a good marks in our mocks as well, and you were most of the times in the top 10 as well. But being in the top 10 when you're giving mocks and being in the top 10, we are actually talking about the CLAT exam. So, how would you differentiate this thing?
So the feeling is totally different, and I think mocks we all have the feeling that oh, maybe just 1,000, 2,000 children gave. CLAT there will be 70,000. What my mother used to do is, oh, 2,000 people have given, okay, then 2,000 by 7,000 into your rank. That is what you will get in CLAT. But I don't think that is true. You should trust your mocks also a little bit for sure, and mocks are the best practice. So keep attempting as many mocks as possible, and your teacher's advice is the best. My teachers told me 1 mock per week since the beginning of this year. That's what I have done. And though I didn't listen to the entire advice, from November onwards, I did 1 mock per day.
That is great. So from November, 1 mock per day, that means you would have practiced somewhere close to 50 mocks by the time you appeared for CLAT.
Yes, sir.
Okay. One last question. Your advice to the students who are in 12th Abhi, how to prepare for CLAT exam. Next year CLAT.
Next year CLAT. So they are going to be giving boards also now.
Yeah.
Start from now. I know it seems we have 1 year. बिल्कुल बहुत सारा time है, 365 days. We can do it in the last 6 months. Not possible. Last 6 months mein when you see the material that you have, you get completely overwhelmed. Like in the last 2 months, there is so much material. There is so much to read. There's so much GK to do. You start from now and you be diligent. You won't be overwhelmed in the last 2 months. And if you're overwhelmed in the last 2 months, you'll think you haven't prepared well. So avoid that. Start preparing for now. Be diligent. Make your schedule. Follow your schedule. Update your schedule when it becomes closer and closer to the exam. Because if you're studying for CLAT 3 hours now or 4 hours now, and you're studying for boards as well, you can't study for CLAT for just 4 hours in the last 2 months. Like I studied for 10 hours per day, but I was not going to school then. I stopped going to school in November and December, and I did only CLAT. 10 hours a day of studies. That might not be sustainable for everyone, but we need to keep up with all our competition also. So last 2 months, update your schedule and just start working diligently from now. Pakka ho jayega.
Chalo, thank you so much, Navya, for being on board.
Thank you.
I wish again all the best for all your future endeavors.
Thank you,
and
sir.
I do believe that you would come out of flying colors as well. And once again, congratulations for the fabulous result you have provided.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.